Terrific Tuesday. How are we doing, everybody? I hope we're doing well. It's kind of a dead week. Super Bowl's already set up. We got a lot to talk about, mainly the coaching news. There was one coaching hire I did not talk about last week, and I feel bad, but I was thinking about it today on my way home and work. Is Aaron Glenn to the Jets? I want to start off. I think it's a great hire. I really do. I think that he played there. He's a player. It kind of fits like New England with Mike Vrabel. Now, is the job glamorous? Little likes. I've been saying this for a while. The Jets are like the East Coast version of the Raiders. However, the Jets still have Aaron Rodgers. Whether we can argue all day if he's top 5 or not. But they have some defensive pieces that Aaron Glenn can work with. And unlike Detroit when he was there last year, and listen, I give Aaron Glenn a lot of credit last year. Aaron Glenn, for working with what he had. With all those guys banged up, they were 7th in the league in defense. And listen, they ran out of gas at the end of the year. That's okay, it happens. And I think Jane Daniels is a star in the making. Can he repeat it? We have to find out. But I liked what I saw from Aaron Glenn. And when he goes to this Jets team, they got Quinton Williams, they got Sauce Gardner. They got fast everywhere on the linebacker and second level. They got talent on this defense with the Jets. But the question comes down to, how good is Aaron next year? Is he going to coexist with Aaron Glenn? That remains to be seen. I do think this division is winnable. I still think it's Buffalo's to win. What a gut-wrenching loss in the championship game. But I do think that the Bills and the Jets, to me, could win that division. I think it could be New England, but I think New England's got a long way to go. I would lean Jets just because they have more talent than New England, and I get it's first-time coaches, but I would still lean Jets just a hair because of Aaron Rodgers compared to Drake May. Although I am looking forward to seeing Drake May ball. He balled out this year, and I've been on this record. He's got Herbert-like traits, good arm, moves well, great kid, no bullshit. But we got to see how free agency and the draft hits. Because New England needs a lot of shit. They are behind the 8 ball in terms of speed, lateral quickness, all that stuff. They need juice. Okay? So you gotta get juice out in New England. But in terms of the Jets, you got some pieces here. Now it's time to crank up the engine. And like Aaron Glenn said in his presser, and I love this, buckle your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride, because I'm ready for it. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, they already hired Robert Saleh. That didn't work. Okay. I get it. But I trust them more than I do Miami in New England. I'm just saying. So, we'll see how this shakes out. Okay. So, the other news I wanted to get at is the Saints still have not found a head coach yet. Out of all the openings, everything's been filled. Raiders been filled, and I'll get to them tomorrow because I don't think I've been this excited in a while for the Raiders. And I'll get to them tomorrow. And what the fuck's going on with the Cowboys? Jesus. I'll talk about them tomorrow as a sneak preview for tomorrow. But I'm looking at all these openings. Bears got theirs. Jaguars. Everybody's got openings. All the windows of all the coaching hires. They're done. But not the Saints. So I was thinking on my way home today, people would probably be asking me, why Sammy, why is the Saints, why haven't they got that job filled yet? Now, according to Schefter and other people, they've already finished a second interview with Kellen Moore, which leads me to believe it's going to be him as that coach. Just frank. But they can't really do anything because when the Super Bowl's over, then maybe you go get them. But I'm not sure. I would still, to me, hire Mike McCarthy. Because every quarterback he's touched has turned great. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Dak Prescott got MVP votes. I'm just throwing it out. And that's where he started his coaching career at. I think 2000, I think it was. So, I just, But the thing with the Saints, and this is why I don't think it's a great job, is the Saints remind me, I was thinking about this driving home tonight. It's like when you have an iPhone and there's not enough storage left, and Apple keeps alerting you, storage, and you just put it off, put it off. That's what the Saints remind me of, because they're so salary cap and shithole. I mean, $70 million dead money. It is a crapshoot. But I will say this. There's some players there that I like. But the quarterback situation's shaky. Derek Carr's getting banged up more than I've ever seen him. You still got Kamara, Chris Olave. Their offensive line's all right. But it's not. I'm looking at the NFC right now, where they stack up. I think they're middle-wise in terms of roster. And if I'm going off momentum in that division, I'm leaning Carolina. Because I saw near the end of the year with Carolina, Bryce Young played better. Dave Canales got more comfortable being a coach. Took him a little bit. So I think going forward, and Atlanta got some momentum. So New Orleans, to me, is kind of behind the 8 ball of that. Like, they're kind of in that middle, stuck mode, which is I don't know. So if I was a guy on this market, which McCarthy should get another job. I'm sorry, but he's dealt with no owner, crazy owner, and stable with the Saints. Now, you could argue, I think the Saints' problem when it came to the salary cap was they kept putting it off for so long that at some point it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. It's like in Wolf of Wall Street, where Rob Reiner's telling Jordan, one day the chicken's going to come to roost, and they did. And he fucked around and he found out. So I do think the Saints, to me, have some moments, and they have players I like, but I'm looking at that division. They're not as talented as Tampa. They're not as good as Carolina momentum-wise, because Carolina got really hot near the end of the year. Atlanta should be better with Mike Penix. Seeing what they do with Kirk Cousins, we don't know. And then I look at New Orleans. I could see them being the third best team. Or fourth. So, we'll see what happens, man. There's a lot going on. And yeah, we just got to wait and find out what's going to happen. So, appreciate you guys listening. Stay tuned tomorrow night. I got Raider news, what I think's going on. Raiders! Just got that to get off my chest. How excited I am, and then the Cowboys just... I can't even imagine it right now. So, hit the like, subscribe, share button. Appreciate you guys listening. Have a great night. Adios. Terrific Tuesday.